Thanks, Madam President. Dear Commission President, dear Commissioners, dear colleagues, it is true, many European citizens feel a lack of leadership coming from this Commission. After a mandate where we were really fighting for the climate, we were moving forward the social agenda with the minimum wage directive. There was the first ever LGBTIQ equality strategy. We are now confronted with an unclarity regarding where you are actually leading us. The simplification agenda, for example, has become an entry point for headless deregulation, not only endangering our climate goals, but also making it impossible for our companies to plan ahead. And they rightfully ask themselves, will the Commission stand by the commitments made, or will they throw them under the omnibus? This is toxic for our businesses and it creates distrust in our decision-making processes. Urgency procedures and delays of implementation have become widespread and poisoning. The latest example is yet another postponement of the implementation of the deforestation legislation. This has to stop. On the US deal, Madam President, many people felt humiliated over the summer because instead of clearly standing up to the bully in the White House and his tech bros, we have rewarded his erratic attacks on international law. And also, and this has been said before, your late reaction to the atrocities committed in Gaza have created anger and distrust all across the European Union. And colleagues, all of this criticism demands clear words and the change of the way how we do politics here. And for this we need to see action in the Commission work programme, on climate, on social. We have a housing crisis waging all over Europe, the deterioration of rule of law and fundamental rights, and yes, also stronger action, as has recently been started, on the devastating war in Gaza. We will hold this Commission to account to deliver on your promises. At the same time, colleagues, we cannot discuss any motion of censure without looking at the geopolitical situation that we are in. Brutal attacks in Ukraine, far-right gaining ground, and the dismantling of democracy in the United States. Do we really, in this crucial moment, want an institutional crisis of the European Union? What exactly would it solve for us, for Europeans, not to have a Commission right now? To go through a long process of reappointing commissioners with exactly the same majorities here in this House and even worse majorities in Council? Would the Member States magically suddenly change their political affiliation and move us into a better direction? No, that's wishful thinking. And what we need right now is a clear political strategy. Because we have to change course, yes, but we have to pick our instruments wisely. You can never take the Greens for granted. We demand to move forward on our issues, but we are ready to engage to solve all of these problems that are ahead of us. And in the end, Madam Commission President, the European Union is not weakened by yet another motion of censure, even if some people find it ridiculous. That will very likely be unsuccessful. What is our biggest problem right now is that your own political group is very often not clear on which side of this Parliament they stand on. Do they want to work with a pro-European majority of the centre, or do they want to go with the far right that hates Europe and democracy? That is the question where we need clarity on to move forward on our issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I give the floor now to Martin Schiedewan for the Left Group. 2 minutes.